motherfucker was throwing eggs at him. They was treating me like them African kids when they try to get you to donate $2 a month. Cityboyjj is here. What? That would have been it for Shiesty. So before I get into the vid, I want to acknowledge that after my video where I talk about what it's like living in Toronto, and the other vid where I talk about my hood becoming the trenches. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I probably have a predominantly Toronto-based viewers. Anyways, remember a few months ago, people was saying that Bana was finna be the festival that was going to get shot up? People were talking about, oh, Bana and bullets this, Bana and bullets that. But turns out, y'all some miskin youths. Who would have thought that it was Tamil Fest this year? That would be the one getting shot up. Okay, not shot up, but like, chinged, I don't know. What would y'all say is like the knife equivalent of like chinging up the... Chinging up the place, ching up, yeah, that don't sound right. Because let's be real, Tamil Fest is just a local thing that really only attracts the aunties and uncles. Oh yeah, and the Tamil YNs. I mean, these myyutes were talking about some bullet and bubbles when it ended up being Kotu and Kati. But for y'all that don't know, let me explain. So, as I mentioned in my previous Toronto vid, I mean, 2 Toronto vids ago, this is gonna be my 3rd vid talking about Toronto. What am I doing? Toronto is probably one of the most diverse cities in the world. And because of the diversity, we like to, celebrate our cultures. So throughout the year, you're gonna have these festivals popping up here and there. In Markham, you got the Asian Street Food Festival called Light Up the Night, Turn Up the Night. Something like that. In Mississauga, you got whatever shenanigans are going on over at Ridgeway Plaza. And in Scarborough, you got Tamil Fest. Now, in the past, it used to just be one event that would happen once a year. Well, actually not once a year, just like one event that spanned an entire week. It essentially consisted of various street food vendors. Now, before you guys say anything, I know South Asians have got horrible PR of street food and that, but like, just trust, Kotoroti, peak. Then you also got other vendors selling, Timu chains, Timu jewelry, Timu saris, just Timu everything, I'm talking about them chains are faker than And the main reason all the aunties and uncles reach Tamil Fest is the live music. Because you got the famous singers from the motherland coming over here like Vijay Vijay Anthony, basically anyone that's been on Super Singer and singing classic Tamil songs. But then a few years ago, we had this guy called Srinivas. Now, if you guys know Ball, you would know that's the Donnie from Super Singer. He pulled up to Toronto, tried to perform, and we responded. Motherfuckers was throwing eggs at him. And to know why, is that this guy was actually in support of the Sri Lankan government. And we would later find out that the organizers actually had ties to the Sri Lankan government as well. So yeah, that's basically what Tamil Fest is. Street food, IRL Timu, and live music. Oh yeah, and I forgot, a leverage for politicians. Bro, I remember my first ever Tamil Fest when I was 10. Your boy Shiesty was a little 10-year-old kid. Justin Trudeau was at Tamil Fest.
Get the fuck out of here! That shit garbage, nigga!
And I remember shaking his hand and telling him, please don't fuck this up. Oh, what was that you said, little guy? I said, please don't. Oh, you said 10 billion to Ukraine. There's probably a picture of 10-year-old me shaking Justin Trudeau's hand that was used for liberal propaganda. They was treating me like them African kids when they try to get you to donate $2 a month. But now that you guys kind of get a gist of what Tamil Fest is, let me paint you the picture. So bear in mind, I haven't been to Tamil Fest since I started uni. Oh, actually not. I haven't been to Tamil Fest since I started high school. So really, it's been like, I'm doing the math, 7 years. Why did I do that? It was why did I do that? But my mom said my little cousin and his family was reaching. So, and we visit Scarborough like once in a while. So we came through and my parents, watching the live music and that. And me and my little cousin, we just gonna call him Branavin. He was the guy in my Tamil in the Great Shit vid when I was talking about my little cousin that had a crazy road spurt. So boom, we walk into Tamil Fest. First things first, I forgot to mention, if you are shorter than 6'2" and you walk into Tamil Fest, you're gonna feel like a midget. Big man thing. Because I'm always used to towering over people, looking down at the peasants and that. Because I'm 6'1", 185. Okay, same stats as Cristiano Ronaldo. But bro, I swear these double kids, these 08s, these 09s, 07s, these legits, these teenagers, they're already 6'4", 6'5", shoot, even 6'7". That man weren't even conscious to witness Iniesta's game winner in the World Cup final. And they're talking about some, excuse me, hey, who called me? Nah, you got a nephew. What you want, son? You already know my big back ass was ordering for the food. Jaffna fries, wesh. It's just fries with garlic sauce and like some little jalapeno things. I know it's not authentically Tamil, but who cares? It's still gas. And also another thing, remember when I said this? Thankfully, he didn't attain the Crody accent. I was wrong, because Pranavan sees his boys, and I don't want to say I felt disappointed, but I kind of felt disappointed. Because hearing my man talking about some, yo, what you saying, Crody? You're blessed, yo, two's my word, fan. Meanwhile, I'm just standing there like an unk. I just had to awkwardly stand there, because I don't know how to talk to children. I'm at a point in my life where I shake another man's hand when I'm greeting myself. I'm too old for this woke dap up nonsense. So we go back to where our parents are at. Yeah, I'm gonna drop my fries. I'm probably gotta go drop off his little brother at his part-time job. He comes back and he tells me, yo, Cityboyjj is here. What? Now just a disclaimer, I'm not a cityboyjj glazer. I rate what he's doing for thumbs across the world, putting us on the map. But I can't lie, I was looking for him. I wasn't really trying to get a picture because, I ain't trying to identify it. But like, you hear there are whales in the ocean. You're not trying to swim with the whales. You just want to see if they exist, okay? I just really want to see if the world's finest brown boy, self-proclaimed world's finest brown boy, was really a thing and he wasn't just a figment of my insanity. In the middle of searching for him, I just realized, bro, we are two grown-ass men. I mean, a grown-ass man and a teenager looking for another grown-ass man. Damn, when you put it like that. But I did end up seeing him, and yes, cityboyjj is a real person. And yes, he is 6'2", maybe even 6'3". He's pretty tall. Finish the night, we get some goto roti, probably the best goto I've ever had. And the next day, I was trying to spin back, this time with the men, because keep in mind, a good chunk of my friends are Asian, so they've never really experienced Tamil food or let alone Tamil culture. So I call up MK, y'all remember him from the suburbs vid. What about the rest of the mandem? Well, let me tell you this, most of my friends are Waterloo engineers, so they on their co-op working in Cali, China, Afghanistan. I call up MK, yo, I got this motive. Before you try setting up a motive, I got dinner with my family today. Both of them flaked, so I thought, maybe next year. So I was at work the next day, and here y'all go in the comments. Why are you employed, Shristy? You know we expect more vids from you. Man, f*** you! I was at work, making my morning coffee, and co-worker talk. Yeah, just took the boot out for a spin on the lake, eh? Oh, Shristy, how was your weekend? We went to this fest. There I saw it, on the break room TV. Fellas was getting shanked at Double Fest. Well, actually the gas station next to it. But still, as Yo-Yo 808 would say. Bro, we damn near dodged a bullet, not a bullet, I mean, we almost got chinged. That would have been it for Shristy. Not that I'm a bad man or anything, because what could I possibly do that would get me in that sort of trouble? Step on some next man's limited edition Louis Vuitton serum? Speaking of Louis Vuitton serums, I later learned that the other Tamil fest I was running, Goto Fest, was where all the Tamil influencers in Toronto were. I'm talking about MT, Stitch, JJ, that one guy that pretends to be an uncle, all them men were there. So yeah, Goto Fest 2026, inshallah. Who am I kidding? I ain't doing no goddamn face reveal anytime soon. Anyways, y'all know the drill. Sub up if you f off if you don't, and with that said.
படுத்துக்கினா